Yo, hey, what's up guys? In today's video I want to talk about the new fusion. We finally have some new information about the whole skill set and everything you need to know. And I want to talk about a tournament that gives me kind of mixed feelings, but more about that in a second. Let's talk about the fusion. The name Lysanthier Beastbane. I'm not so sure about the pronunciation of champions. It could be also Lysanthier Beastbane. Maybe you gotta say it like that, I have no idea. But before we're gonna talk about the skills in particular, we're gonna take a look at the affinity. It is green. Yes, if you have an affinity, there's always something bad to it, let's be for real. If it's not void, it's kind of sometimes nice to have those champs, and sometimes just not the best. Depends on rotation, enemies, and all that. Yeah, but let's talk about the skills. So, A1 attacks one enemy 2 times. The first hit has a 75% chance to place a hex debuff on the target for 2 turns. Places a increased crit damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. Hey, like, don't get me wrong, it sounds kind of cool. Like, you get an increased crit damage on yourself. Really nice, like you do more damage. Yeah, hey, what can you have against that? But the 75-100% if you book it, chance to place a hex on a single target is kind of, I never was like, this champion what I attack needs a hex. It's kind of, not so sure about that one. But hey, it can be used at some point. Maybe it is super okay. So A2 attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 20% of repeating the attack. Before we're gonna read further, that is, for world records, for example, sometimes really nice. You can just do Phantom Shogun and use this champion over and over and hope that you repeat this attack over and over again. I actually don't know if you can just repeat it once, but technically, like champions like that, you repeat the attack and it is exactly the same attack. So you attack one enemy 2 times again, and the 20% chance could repeat itself for a couple times. But you know it already, it's a 1 to 5 chance to get it done, so probably won't trigger too often back to back to back to back. But let's go for the rest of the skills. When this champion counterattacks or teams up with allies to attack an enemy, will use this skill instead of the default skill. That sounds for the first glance really good if this champion does damage. Like, if this skill does damage, it sounds nice. Like, because you also have this 20% chance of repeating. So you use your Mikages, you put counterattack on her and stuff like this. And this could be really good. Like, let's be for real, this could be really good if we hit hard. That's the thing. The damage inflicted with this skill increased by 10% each time an ally is devoured. Stacks up to 50%. So, hey, that means 100% this champion is made for Hydra. Like, this should be a Hydra champion. So, over time you get devoured probably over 5 times. Some teams not, some teams more. And then you stack up your damage. But I actually don't like it that it has, like, conditions about Hydra. Like, the Hydra ones are, I don't know. There's also, like, a Hydra relic right now that is only really good in Hydra, and I don't like it. Like, I really don't like it. So, the part is over. The cooldown is 3. That is really good. Like, if you have a champion that has a 4-turn cooldown these days, it is not good. Like, immediately it's kind of, whatever. Okay, if the skill has, like, amazingly good things on it, then we can talk about it. But if it's kind of that standard, it needs to be a 3-turn or else. Like, I hope also that when you ally attack that this skill will actually, like, be used when you don't have it. But usually it is like that. When you have a skill that does something on a passive kind of, it doesn't need to be not on cooldown or something. So A3, where it's getting a little bit better, I think. Attacks all enemies 2 times. This is good, like 2 times attackers are actually, like, let's be for real. Oh, great. What is she based on? Defense! I kind of forgot about that, but yeah, my defense gear is not that great, but usually let's see. Okay, attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed. And a weaken debuff for 2 turns. If the target is under hex debuff, places these debuffs before attacking. And, hey, let's be for real. Like, you need some damage on this champion right now. It looks like this. But by itself, decrease speed and Weaken are really good for Hydra. And it is a 3-turn cooldown on the end. Wait, let me check. Yes, it is. So it will be a 3-turn cooldown. So this one is actually, even if she doesn't hit the hardest in the world, it is usable. Is it the best in the world? No. But it gives you 2 necessary things that you really want, even on Chimera. Like on Chimera and Hydra, the skill is by itself already decent, even if you don't hit the hardest in the world. But alright, let's talk about the passives. Will ignore life barrier and ally protection buffs. So yeah. Yeah, Hydra. So this champion use Hydra. That's the intention about it. Increases this champion's defense by 5% for each active buff on this champion. Stacks up to 50%. So that is basically what's it called. I haven't used it in a while. That one blessing that gives you more damage. I kind of forgot the name. You probably know what I mean. Like, let me know in the comments what it was called. Yeah, but that is basically a built-in one. So you want a high buffs on her and ally attackers and counter attacks, and then this champion should actually be kind of really nice. Like, if the damage is there, like you never know, maybe if she hits like a red noodle and then increases, like, let's talk about the aura. Increases ally defense in battles by 28%. Yeah, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I usually don't use defense auras in my lead or something, but hey, overall, this champion looks for me like useful already. Like about the decreased speed and Weaken, but if she doesn't hit too hard, I don't know if other team concept in Hydra is just better, that you just use your other, like the Astrid from the fusion before or something, just combine her with something, you have the decreased speed in the Weaken and something like this. But if this champion hits really good, it is 100% a good one for Hydra, because you have some really good debuffs, you have some really good counter attack and ally attack opportunities, and all of that together, when she hits hard, it will be really good. That was all about the fusion. We will take a look at the champion on the test server. Keep an eye out for that. I will basically check the damage. If the damage is good, everything is really nice about it. But let's talk about a thing that I kind of have mixed emotions about. Gear Ascension Tournament. First of all, the good part in me says, yes, finally we have Phantom Shogun in there. Yes, thank you, Plarium, yes. But then I open the thing and it says 10,000 points. And I'm like, it got kind of expensive, more expensive than before. It seems like first. That's why I have all this mixed emotion right now. The thing is, we don't have the Sand Devil on a turn attack anymore. It was usually you go in there, you do quicker runs, you get more points, and that's how you save yourself energy and all that. And yeah, that's how you basically go for the thing. But 10,000 points now, and all the requirements now are oils and extracts. And it kind of feels, first of all, a little bit conflicting, because I was actually doing for Sand Devil a really good team that does it really quick to get the most amount on points in the quickest rate. But now it's kind of just taken away. So that's why I have the mixed emotions, but I probably should be happy about it, because it got way easier. Maybe. I don't know about the points too much right now, but in general it got way easier for people who, whatever kind of team they run, they just go in here, kill it. If it is in 2 minutes or 3 seconds, it gives you the same amount on points. But there's some source of a catch again. Like, let's be honest, for this point I'm happy. Like, everybody can get like the points on a same pace. I go in there, I get my points faster than you because I have a faster team, so I can end the tournament quicker than you. But there's one thing I'm like, oh, that doesn't really sound good. Because just imagine you have a limited pool of energy right now, and you want to get the most amount on points. Let's just not do doubles, because it kind of will tell you a different story. But the thing what I think is kind of because we are rooting now to get the small thingies, oils I think they are called, to get more points. And if you get the higher ones, you get less points than before. And that's where my mixed emotions are like, that ain't so great. And about the points, maybe we have to do a couple more runs, or maybe less. And for me, it depends, whatever. Like right now, you see 126 points. That for a normal run, that is really good. Like 126 points for a just not double raid is really good. No doubt, this will probably, if I get this points on a double raid all the time, I probably do like the same amount on runs that I did before on a Sand Devil turn attack with my super fast team. But I actually don't want that. I want the bigger ones. And hopefully this time we get the bigger ones and you see that you even get less points than before. And so for myself, I'm just kind of, I want lesser potions, or whatever they're called, oils, to get the points quickly, but I also want to get the good things in here to actually improve my gear in here. So if you're on limited kind of things, it kind of just feels a little bit backwards, where like, you can see right here, 55 points. I get the best drop that you can get in here, like the biggest ones, and it gives you less points than getting the trash points. So let's be for real. Let's do Seth from HH Network. Network? You know what I mean, Seth. Let him do it, the points, because it could be also that these days you see that tournament right there, and it's even better for you to just go in here and just do it in here. You just get the lesser things all the time and you get more points out of it instead of the... So overall, I like it that Phantom Shogun is in here. 100%. We needed that. But that the system is kind of a little bit... Yeah, it's even the same thing for Sand Devil. You kind of want to do the lesser ones maybe to get more points in there. And going from a turn attack where it's really important to do fast and pro-like runs, got demoted to a, hey, you want to get your free pool thingy? What is this time actually not in the pool, what I don't get. But usually you have like those prisms. We got it called prisms. Yeah, prism things in here and you grind for them. But it could be way better for you if you just do stage 7 or something. Because the points are way better. You spend less energy and all that. And before, you spent less energy by doing the highest stage and doing it really fast. So I don't know about that, but I'm happy that everybody kind of gets for the same run, the same points and all that. It kind of feels good for the community, so I take that really good. But please, Seth, don't tell me I'm gonna do stage 7 now for best energy efficiency and all that. But yeah, that will be the end of the video. Make sure to press that like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.